Hello there, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your overall tarot and astrology reading for the month of June 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm always grateful to see you here at the channel. Welcome back to new and returning subscribers. If you're brand new here and you've never been with us before, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Always appreciate new folks coming by and checking out what we do here in the Dragon family. If you haven't yet done so, do hit that subscribe button and join us. Also, give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy the content here. Always the first few couple of notes, Pisces, before we start, that this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every Pisces out there, so take what makes sense to you and kick the rest on out to another fishy. This will mostly correspond with Pisces Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising signs, and all Pisces cross watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like to know more about any of the card decks that I use, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all of those links and information are below in the description box. So guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to start talking about your astrology. I always do that. Some folks want to scoot right along to the cards, which you're free to do after this is posted and uploaded. But I always recommend listening to the astrology notes because it really does tie into the card reading and it just gives you even more info to work with. This is a very busy month. I have a lot of notes here on the chart that I'm reading from. And Pisces, I would say, you know, I sat and meditated a little bit on your energy for this month of June, and it is a powerful one for you. I'm going to start off by saying that the big thing, of course, happening this month of June 2020 is that Neptune, your ruling planet, which is stationed in your own sign of Pisces, is going retrograde. That will be happening on Tuesday, the 23rd, and it will be retrograde until November. These are long, processes that we go through. All of our planets actually outside of the asteroid belt, from Jupiter down to Pluto, are all retrograde 5 months out of the year roughly, and about 7 months direct. So this is a usual pattern. It's not as dramatic as, say, a Mercury retrograde or the Venus retrograde we're in right now, because it's not as close to us. We don't feel it quite as heavily. It's more subtle, it's more etheric, it's more spiritual. And I would say that for you, Pisces, being your ruling planet, of course it has much more significance for you. You're definitely going to feel this, and all of us will be feeling it as well. The main process of Neptune is the soul, the imagination, dreams. That's why Pisces lives in such a magical, spiritual, etheric realm. And literally, you guys are the last sign of the zodiac, so you represent that time where it's like one foot's on this world and the next foot is in the spirit world, because it's like you're bridging those two worlds. So the other thing, of course, about Neptune is that it's all about really destroying our ego, getting rid of our pride, making us more humble, making us more real, and giving us that, self-sacrificing, very beautiful, compassionate, caring energy that is, it's saint-like energy, it's angelic energy is how it feels very much. And so what you will see over this next 5-month course of Neptune retrograde is that we will be seeing a lot of illusions be pulled back. A lot of things will be revealed. We can't make up a fun fairy tale magic story about any of it. We have to look at things very clearly, with no rose-colored glasses on. And so, in the world at large, we will be seeing that, where, we have to deal with the real truth, the harsh truth many times, because Neptune does provide a little bit of that mist and fog and magic. So when it's retrograde, it's like the curtain's getting pulled back. It's like the Wizard of Oz, right? There's nobody behind the curtain, but, Neptune goes retrograde and the curtain is pulled back to reveal who's really back there. And so that's what we will be working with, Pisces. And so this helps you to really rework your dreams, your ambitions, your goals, you know, and sort of the ideas or feelings you have about things, because the world will reveal them in a very real, practical, and in some ways harsher way, because it's like, you know, in the light of day, it's like, whoa, now I'm seeing everything, you know, with no romanticism attached. So it's very helpful. We do need these processes. So don't feel bad. You know, it's like, this is just a time of, you know, looking at ourselves and others and situations in a more, well, Capricorn kind of way. More, you know, more practical, more just, you know, just the facts. We're going to look at the harsh realities, right? We're stepping into a couple of things. The first thing I will say is most of this first part of June isn't going to be as easy for you energetically, because the Sun and Venus are both in Gemini. Gemini does square your Sun sign, which is that 90-degree angle that creates friction and challenge. It is very motivating, Pisces, so that is very good for you. But I will say that you will feel a little bit more like, oh, you know, because Gemini is very flashy, dashy, it moves quick, it talks fast. Pisces, you're more slow, you're with the ocean waves, you know, you're more emotional and less intellectual like Gemini, so that's why it gives you that square energy. But when the Sun moves in to Cancer, that's a big weekend that we have ahead. On June 20th, we have the summer solstice. The 21st, we have the new moon and solar eclipse, all happening in Cancer. Cancer is a fellow water sign. It's going to start highlighting your 5th house of Leo. So you will be looking forward to a beautiful time coming up ahead with so much energy in Cancer. We have a Mercury retrograde in Cancer as well. And even though, yeah, Mercury throws a lot of hijinks our way when it's in retrograde, I think you're going to come through this easier than most, because it's really going to help you speak your truth from the heart, Pisces, because that will activate your communication in a very beautiful way. You'll be more comfortable communicating than ever before. I would also mention as well, when our Neptune goes retrograde, Pisces, Mars is along for the ride. Just take a look at that. Okay, so here's Neptune. That's the symbol for Neptune right there. That's your ruling planet. There's it is in Pisces. There's your symbol. And there's Mars right next to it in Pisces as well. So when Neptune goes retrograde, Mars is, you know, is in the mix when it does, right? So what I would say about that is that it is going to affect everyone's energy levels. Right now, you are an exception to the rule. Most people are feeling very sleepy, like they're treading through molasses, because we have Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces is a sleepy placement for Mars to be. But for you, Pisces, because it's moving across your sun sign, you're probably having a little boost of energy, a little boost of, you know, stepping up and saying, you know what, I can do it. I didn't think I could, but you're having more fire, more energy, a little more drive and positivity towards your goals. So it's kind of like on some sides it's hard to deal with, and on other sides it's really, really great for you personally. Yeah, our full moon is on June 5th. That will be in Sagittarius. That will be highlighting your 10th house. And so career, higher ambitions are all coming up in the mix. Pisces, this is a powerful month. Venus does turn direct on June 25th, so that gets our love, you know, flowing a little bit better and easier again. But it really will get better for you, especially once we get to August, when Venus goes into Cancer as well. That will be very, very positive for you. So just keep hanging in there with that Venus Gemini for now. So let's go ahead and get into your cards. Thanks for listening to the astrology notes. I'm going to start with a major arcana card to symbolize your energy and overall theme for the month. Then we're going to pull a lot of oracle and get into a full tarot spread for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with our sun, moon, Venus, and rising sign of Pisces as we do the reading for June 2020. Please protect their energy as well as my own, and bring through clear, accurate messages for their best and highest good. Pisces, look at what's coming out, the Magician card. So I think this is very, very auspicious for you, because the Magician is ruled by Mercury. Like I said, Mercury retrograde will be in the sign of Cancer. it will actually be a much more positive Mercury retrograde for you than usual because of that, because it's in alignment with you. It creates a trine energy, which is very positive and free-flowing. To me, the Magician is all about starting something over, starting something new. So you might be really doing a lot of renewal this month. You're going to be putting something new together. You might be creating things with all of that energy coming from, you know, the universal Leo house, which will be highlighted for you. This is perfect for creative self-expression, letting go of any kind of sense of negative pride, any kind of ego. All of that falls away under that auspices, and you will definitely be working on something fresh, bringing together all of your talents and maybe even, you know, other people that you know, because this is a card of communication as well. So let's pull from the ancestors and angels. Now I'm going to get two spirit guides or spirit energies that are going to be coming through to help guide you and protect you through this month coming up. Oh, Pisces. Oh. Okay, now I know that there were two other signs. I'm trying to remember which ones they were that had the water guardian, but there was like a couple other signs this cycle that had the water guardian coming through, and you do too, which is so perfect for you because Pisces, this kind of is like you really. It's like you are that water elemental, that water angel, to connect with the emotions. Your emotions are not your weakness, Pisces. They are your strength, even if it doesn't always feel that way. I know how it is. Oh my goodness. My Venus is in Pisces. I'm a Capricorn, but I have so much Pisces influence, and I know how it is to have people tell you your whole life you're too sensitive, you're too this, you're too that. And it's like, let me tell you, if you wouldn't have that sensitivity, you wouldn't be you. You wouldn't have the magic. You wouldn't be able to be empathetic and to feel things on the magical level that you do. So she is guiding and guarding your sensitive, deep emotions throughout this month. And there's nothing wrong with connecting with your emotions. You are safe and protected to do so. And look at the other guardian coming through for you is the guardian angel. You are not alone, Pisces. I definitely take this as a message from your angels, from your higher, you know, guards and guides, and also your passed on loved ones. If you find feathers or coins or just whatever little things that you might see or hear or perceive, that's messages coming through from your ancestors. Some of them you might not even know exactly who they are, but they're reminding you that you are never, never alone, Pisces. You always have your spiritual family just there with you. You can talk to them, reach out anytime you like. So let's pull two more cards from the Black Moon Astrology. We're going to get the overall feeling of the places and the areas of life that these guardians, this water guardian and the guardian angels, will be taking you through. These feel deep. I don't know what's coming up, but these feel deep. And they are kind of. Look at this. So first card out, we have the 10th house. Interesting, Aquarius also had this one come up. This is the Capricorn house. That full moon in Sagittarius on the 5th, just a week from now, is going to be happening in your 10th house, Pisces. So I feel very strongly that full moon, it's hitting everyone powerfully. It's going to be a very important full moon of development, learning, growth, forward movement. Every single reading I've done, that full moon is coming up like amazing. I can't wait to do the full moon readings, which I will be doing, and you can check those on or around the 5th. I'll have all of those up. But this is all about your higher career, your higher goals, your higher aspirations. And when you follow your emotions and when you follow the guidance that's coming through, you know, from your angels, from your spirit guides, wow, Pisces, you're going to find what's really meant for you on a career level, on a bigger path, on the public, you know, sphere. It's like this could be giving you huge taps to step more into a public arena. And look at that. Like I said, this Mercury retrograde is going to be a lot easier and less negative than most of them are. That retrograde starts on June 18th and it ends on July 12th. So we're going to have a long period of time with Mercury in the sign of Cancer, which is very positive for you. This really gives you a lot of communication, helps you communicate your heart and your soul to others. So yeah, and then that Magician, Pisces, I think, boy, by the end of the month, a lot of you will either have a very strong awareness of where it is that you want to go with your practical goals and dreams, possibly, you know, your career, your motivations and things like that. You'll have a very good idea, or you will already be putting it into motion, putting a plan into motion, because you're reworking so much that you've been wanting to do for a while. The beautiful thing about Mercury retrogrades, and I will point this out for everybody who may be watching, is that, you know, it's not just about, you know, oh, it's difficult and miscommunications and all that, but Mercury is a fabulous time when it's retrograde to take the things that we haven't finished, old projects, old ideas, dust them off and either complete them or get them going again, because our minds are going in that sort of backward review mode. So it's like the perfect time to do things that need to be attended to that you just hadn't got around to for a long time. So let's pull the spirit animal card. Let's see what's coming through for you on the spirit animal plane. Oh, Pisces, look at what came up. Oh, the butterfly spirit came out. Transformation is beautiful. Ah, this is going to be a whole new you by the end of this month. And look at the 11 is the number. This could even be dealing with, you know, your true divine purpose or a very, very strong soulmate or twin flame relationship. So you are absolutely in a phase of metamorphosis. Ah, beautiful. So let's look at your gemstones, your chakra cards. Let's check out what's going on in there. You know, what chakra is coming up to be healed, what gemstone or crystal is best for you to be working with. Yes, Pisces. That could not be more perfect. That and the aquamarine are like the perfect Pisces gemstones. Larimar is all about the water, the ocean, the emotions. It's the throat chakra. Look at this. It ties in so perfect. It's even like the same colors, look, as the water guardian. This is all about communication and speaking your heart, speaking your soul. Oh, Pisces. This is a magical reading so far. I'm in love with it. All right, we're going to move Mr. Dragon over. He says hello, by the way. And we're going to check out your tarot. Let's get into it. We're going to be using the vice versa for the first spread and then clarifying with the Rider-Waite. So let's check out your full story. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors, what do you have for Pisces for 2020 in the tarot? I like it. Okay, that's a great card. Woo! Woo! Strong stuff coming out here. So your central card, Pisces, at the center of your reading is the Queen of Pentacles. She is very stable. Strong Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. This is practical. Not surprised, like we said, you know, Neptune retrograde brings up those practical ambitions, goals. It tears away the illusions or any kind of facade that, you know, might have kept you from seeing the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So, you know, she moves in the world of practicality, logic, things that are stable, things that are grounded and earthy, you know, very abundant, very, you know, well-disciplined. She really has her act together. So Very strong feminine energy. To me, this is a little bit like the Empress too. Has that very strong feminine grounding. I also love that she has the little brown rabbit here behind her, which is also a symbol of fertility and abundance, and she has the falcon on her crown that is helping her to see further into the future. So Pisces, you are definitely thinking about the practical. You want to make good future plans. You're not going to put up with anything that doesn't advance you, and keep that stability under you, because Pisces, you are so watery. You know, you really get a lot of benefit from that earth energy because it helps to really support the water. It's like the water needs, you know, the riverbank to rest in, right? So the water and the earth work together so nicely. And look at that, Pisces, something very powerful is being completed this month with the World card coming up on top of this. This is big things coming full circle in a very meaningful way and a very positive way. It's like one door closes, another door open kind of feeling. This could also be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, because those signs are all represented in the World card. Immediate past, what's, you know, passing away, what you've already been experiencing. King of Wands, hello. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, lots of fire. Feeling more strong within yourself. I definitely do get that sense from you, that you have definitely been stepping more into your power. That's a creative energy. You know, he's a little bit egotistical, you know, he can be a little arrogant, he can be a little prideful. So you do want to watch against that, Pisces. Don't let that kind of thing get in the way. That's not generally a thing that Pisces deals with too much, but definitely just keep that kind of stuff in check, because this is about taking strong affirmative action without letting pride get in the way. And look at that. You are cutting through the BS, Pisces, with that Ace of Swords. Hello. Archangel Michael, very much on your side. I always see that connection with that Ace of Swords. So definitely you can call on the power of Archangel Michael with that card. But this is ultimate clarity. This again really confirms that feeling that I've had with Neptune, is that you are going to be seeing things very clearly as you go into the now and into the future, where we have, look, the Three of Cups, which is a very celebratory, very beautiful card, your own energy. You will be celebrating something with your friends, with family potentially, but it's sort of like, look at the cups. The cups runneth over, right? With joy, with a greater sense of accomplishment, just feeling like, you know, you have something to be happy about. So let's see what clarifies that. The Hanged Man, yes. Okay, so Pisces, you're definitely in process here. The Hanged Man is one of your cards. It's ruled by the planet Neptune. So there is that element of sacrifice there. You are giving some things up for this, you know, feeling of joy. It's like, and maybe part of it is that, you know, now that you see things a little more clearly, now that you've let go of some things that weren't good for you, or are in the process of letting go of things that aren't good for you, you feel better about yourself actually, because you're going, well, at least I know the truth. It may not be what I wanted to hear, but at least, you know, I always say I'd rather have, you know, a harsh truth than a pretty lie. And Pisces, that is what that feels like to me. So the Hanged Man to me is, again, it's about reaching a stage of enlightenment, going into the future. There are going to be some good things, but you're also going through a process. You're not completely finished with one part of your life, and you haven't completely embraced the new one. This is a cycle. It's taking its time, but this is so important for your spiritual development. So going on to the underside, the subconscious, what you're focusing on, Mr. Emperor came up. It's very similar energy to that King of Wands. So to me, you are very focused on your own identity, your own desires, your own pursuits. This could be really, you know, and like I said, Mars, which rules him, is in your sign right now, Pisces. You've got that fire burning behind him, right? A lot of power. He holds the symbol of life, the globe of sovereignty. So he's, you know, he's all about understanding direction. This is Aries energy. You could even be dealing with an Aries, possibly But to me, what I really feel is that you are embracing that leadership role. Healthy self-love. That's the most positive thing about Aries, is the healthy self-love. And Pisces, that's just something that you don't give yourself a whole lot. You tend to give to everyone else before yourself. You tend to put yourself last. The Aries doesn't put itself last. It's like, I'm first in this line. So Pisces, you put yourself at the first of the line for once in your life. Go ahead and do it, because it is time. And look at that. It is a work in progress, yes, to be good to yourself. 8 of Pentacles tells me that you are working hard on that. To me, this is beautiful, because Aries brings the passion and the enthusiasm. 8 of Pentacles brings the ability to actually work. What's the thing about it being 1%, you know, inspiration, and the rest is the perspiration, right? You can have the inspiration, but if you don't put the work in, you won't get anything out of it. So you're willing to do both. You've got the inspiration and the ability to work hard at this. On the top, crowning the spread, here we go. Coming up from the grave, coming up for regeneration, just like that butterfly card, we have the Judgment. So this is, you know, the angels calling out the things that you thought may be spiritually dead or gone. Oh my goodness. That is a beautiful card to me. Scorpio Pluto energy there, because it's that resurrection. The Judgment is like the higher vibration of the Death card. You know, the Death is the transition, the transformation. And the Judgment is really like the complete rebirth. Yes, and some of this could have come about very suddenly. Some of it could have been very disruptive. We do have that Tower over top of Judgment, especially in this position, in the spread, being in that, you know, kind of that message from the divine. This is really, you know, Spirit saying, look, Pisces, I know it's been rough. I know we kind of, you know, pulled the rug out from under you some, but it was for your good. It was meant to be. Anything that you've had to let go of, anything that, you know, has hurt you, it wasn't meant to hurt you. It was meant to bring you to a higher plane of existence, a higher plane of understanding. So very, very powerful. Let's get you some advice, Pisces. This is quite the powerful spread for you. Oh, Pisces, I like this. Ooh. All right, so suggested approach. Look at what we have. We have the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. Even on the back, he's got the Cancer symbol. And me and my friends here in the live chat, we figured out that symbol is the staff of Hermes that he's holding. This, the caduceus. It's how do you say it? But it is a healing symbol. It is very associated with Mercury. Mercury in Cancer, and Chariot is the Cancer card. It can't be more perfectly connected. I think this month and next will both be very powerful for you, especially in the realms of communication. This is telling you you're moving forward, you're learning things, you're growing. This could incorporate a Cancer person in your life. And mostly what I feel is that, you know, you're finding your North Star. I love these cards. Look at the top. There's the Polaris, right? The Great Bear, the Big Dipper up in the corner, right? That helps us define our North Star, our truth, right? The true direction that we're going in. This is a card of balance. This is a card of mastery of your emotional life. This helps you to feel like, you know, your emotions aren't just running the show and pulling you and pushing you all over the place in a chaotic way. This is you really learning, you know, and growing and incorporating those deep sensitive emotions that you have. And that is the best way forward, is learning and growing and, you know, just appreciating yourself more here, Pisces. Yes. Don't deceive yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't be tempted to accept a half-truth at all, because this is the time of complete truth. That Seven of Swords, we know that's old sneaky Pete there. Apologies to anyone actually named Pete. It just sounds funny. There he is. But, you know, this to me is all about somebody, you know, who's being deceptive, somebody who's the thief in the night, doing something underhanded. So don't put up with anybody that you feel isn't being completely truthful, and don't accept half-truths from them or from yourself. Don't, you know, avoid the impulse to kind of gloss over and say, oh, no, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Don't let them lie to you. What you need to know right now, Pisces, you could definitely be working with a twin flame or soulmate connection. We have the Four of Wands. There's our 1111. You know, there's the peace, right? There's the little dove sitting there in the grass. This is really a beautiful card of balance, harmony, celebration, greater stability. So you need to know that if you aren't already experiencing that kind of harmony and relationship stability, that is something that this is all moving you towards. All of this work is meant to bring you to a place of stability, love, and happiness. Look at that. And you could absolutely be reconciling with somebody here. With the Six of Cups on top of that, this could be a soulmate love connection coming in from the past for some of my Pisces. Remember, this is general, so take it as it resonates. But, you know, for those of you that is the case, you need to know that there is very possibly someone coming from the past that really wants to work things out. Someone that it's like they remember, even if things were tough sometimes, it's like there were good things too, and that's what they're really missing and reminiscing about. So hopes and fears, Pisces, Two of Swords, right? Okay, so this is all about making those decisions, clearing the heart chakra, you know, really healing and clearing that heart center because she is guarded there, and making those decisions. She's really in that tumultuous place, you know, with the lightning and the storms all around. But as soon as she makes that choice, look what happens. Everything clears away. The moon comes out. There is serenity. So don't fear the big decisions that you have to make right now, you know, or coming up, Pisces, because they could feel really overwhelming to you, but they're really not as bad as you might think. And this is going to help get you out of that feeling of being in the cold. That's what you've got to really make this decision. It's like, get reconnected to spirit. Get reconnected to your guides and your angels and the divine. Don't be locked out of that warmth, of that sanctuary. And also, if you are working with, you know, a spiritual soulmate or someone, you know, in a love relationship, yeah, you're going to have to make some decisions here. Don't be afraid of that. My opinion, Pisces, is what's meant to be yours can never truly be lost. So don't be afraid to make the decisions and speak your truth. Outcome card, Five of Swords here, guys. This is really about the choice, and this might be part of what that choice is that you're having to make. It's like, will you stand up and fight for this relationship or this situation, whatever it is that you're in, or will you cut your losses and walk away? That is the choice for you to make there. Can't make it for you. Sorry, Pisces. I wish people could make those choices for me too in life, but no, we've got to feel that out and know what's right for us. So let's get a clarifier on that. Yes, and a lot of this, give it a little time, Pisces. Here's that moon coming out. This is your energy. The Pisces card is the moon. So you could be dealing, like I said, there's that confusion clearing. Neptune will be retrograde for, you know, a number of months here going into November. So give it a little time. You don't have to rush on this choice, but it will be coming up, and I really feel that, you know, over the next couple months, for most of my Pisces, you will definitely be feeling that. And yes, the full moon is going to be powerful for you next week. So definitely, you know, just work through that. You will have that feeling of cloudiness. There could be a little bit of confusion. It's like, what should I do? What should I do? Should I walk away or stand up and fight for this? You know, that is what you're going to be working with. So get some meditation, get some time to really feel your feelings. Don't let other people's feelings influence you on that. Do what's right for you. So let's get an affirmation card here for the end of your reading. This was an amazing session, Pisces. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a great, great reading for you. Ooh, you got one of those power cards. Big one. Big one. I'm going to pull a second one too. Oh, you keep getting them. Manifestation, nature, and generosity. Let's just go with this first one because, wow, that's a lot. So, Manifestation is your key word. And I'm going to read you the affirmation. If you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Get specific. You're holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. Could it be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you're actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true? Or is it just that in a very practical sense, the more people you speak with about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen? Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use that word if you don't want to. All right, Pisces. Fabulous reading here today, guys. I will be back very soon within this week, and we will be doing full moon readings for all the signs, and I hope you have an amazing month of June. Take care.